Okay, I've had some tech issues, but here we go. Okay, well that's not hyperspace, so clearly something has gone wrong.
Let's try this again. Okay.
Yeah,
Did you get the wire
he
out?
may be
The
50, but
red
he doesn't
wire.
know how to rewire anything.
No, the red one. Okay? But don't let them touch. See where I
Huh?
took the blue one off? Yes, part from. No, hold them apart.
Baby Yoda's dead.
Are you okay?
Oh, he's all smoky.
So how'd you like to go back to Navarro?
Hmm, I thought that'd be later in the season, but okay, here we go. Oh, the logo's gone. I do wonder where the armorer went. I don't know what that creature is, but it's clearly going to get saved by someone coming and murking these guys. There's those SEs that the prop department had laying around. Okay. Oh, she's the lawman around here now, huh? Did she come in here without a blaster? Nope. She was just fighting for fun. The Siege. Okay, well that doesn't bode well. A new version of the main theme every episode. I love it. Slightly different. Can he actually land this time? Yes.
I want it as good as new.
That's gonna be rough.
And you come here, little one.
Do the magic hand thing.
Has Mando been...
The mechanics a little suspicious there then, huh?
Looks like you two.
I'm actually... There's a little bit of explaining to do here because I can't imagine that Moff Gideon was happy about what happened here, and he has a fleet and, like, as we've seen, a significant amount of forces. I'm surprised he just didn't come back and rain fire on this place. It's harder to get kids to wear prosthetics, so you end up with a lot of human kids in the classroom, right? They just leave them there with a protocol droid? Not great. Not smart. It's not a smart decision. Like, I don't think Mando would make that decision. Oh. That's a macaroon. You can't fool me. That's a macaroon. We even had them that color. With the crumbs all over him.
On the ship, but I'm pretty sure it belongs to...
Hey.
I believe you two have met. There's a lot of heavy weaponry in that.
So the Imperials are still here, huh?
Love to dismantle and get their hands on.
What are we looking at?
Like I said, though, it's weird that Moff Gideon didn't come back and either reinforce that base or just, like, burn this town to the ground. He has the forces to do it, so he must have chosen not to do it. And that doesn't bode well, then. Maybe he left this town as bait.
Go.
They just roll up like, okay. Lava Tide. Yeah, I like that. Is your speeder going to be okay, though?
If we drain the cooling...
I love Imperial safety standards. Just like that, the firing tube on the Death Star had no railing. No railing at the edge of this cliff. On ships, it makes sense because they have repulsor fields, but not here.
You know how much we can get for this on the black market?
That's hilarious. That's a joke about the toy.
Now let's go.
He's got an SE as well. All the officers have SEs now instead of Power 5s, which is interesting. I know that they probably just didn't want to make Power Fives, the prop department, since they already had made SEs for the Stormtroopers. Code Cylinder.
I found the heat.
That's the first time we've seen a live-action Code Cylinder out of the pocket,
The
believe it or not.
door should be right past this junction.
We saw him in Rebels, but never in the movies. I feel like Mando could just take out this whole base. Like, no need for the reactor shenanigans.
There's no guardrail on this. Come on!
Imperial safety standards, yeah. It's so thin. Like, who would design it like that?
Oh boy.
Let's go! That also seems like bad safety standards where you can just turn it off and the whole place will blow.
Purge the drives.
Scientists! They've got that same scientist uniform. Very interesting. I'm glad we're getting better shots of it now, too. They wanted to destroy the data, huh? And here's the reason why they had this base still operational. Well, they already set the place to blow, so that's a problem.
I'll disappoint you again. Moff Gideon. This must be an old trend.
Recording's 3 days old.
Uh-oh. Now you know, too. They were using the child's blood to try to raise the midichlorian count of other organisms. They want to make dark-side users artificially.
Come on, let's go.
He did. He left that town there as bait, hoping that the Mando would come back with the kid. Smart. Nice. Whoa. Oh. Oh, their land speeder got crushed. It would have been nice to have been able to disable those ahead of time. That's some cool action with the controls. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. That's the egress from your own base. You don't, can't navigate that without a few of you going down. I love the idea in Star Wars, like, it's kind of like bubble turrets, like old school bombers, and that's how their big guns work. I love it. Or like Navy vessels. Sorry, buddy. Oh, there goes the base. But the TIE fighters managed to take off, so that's a problem. No shuttles got to take off. They had some up there. The question is, where'd that head scientist go to? Because he wasn't there. If only TIEs had proton torpedoes, they could have had this over with already. No more guns. Yeah, but what are they going to do when they get there? Those TIEs can strafe the whole town. Oh, who's that? Hey, 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 hey. And we got the kid. Yay! Clone Wars hardware, baby. Get them all so that Moff Gideon doesn't know the base is gone immediately. Aw, poor TIE fighters. All guts, no shields. Mando's got a pretty firm hand on the controls there. Pretty fearless. Oh, oh no, baby.
Oh boy.
Oh. Blue
That was
puke.
some pretty impressive flies. Well, good luck flying, my friend.
Gideon's gonna come and level this town. Oh.
So is there anything local support?
There's something going on out here.
You're from
So the show's trying to kind of bridge a connection here between the Imperial remnants that Moff Gideon is part of and maybe like the beginnings of the First Order. Because at this point, the First Order is not only extremely small, but they're extremely secret. Like at this point, the New Republic has no clue that the First Order even exists. I think most of the galaxy doesn't know because they're basically building the beginnings of their power in the unknown regions. So I'm not 100% that the First Order and these Imperial remnants are actually connected in any way. Because the main Empire by this point had surrendered. Anybody who's still left fighting in the name of the Empire is kind of like just a loyalist who didn't want to give up. Touchy subject. Your planet explodes. If you ever want to join back up. Alderaan does bring back a lot of feelings. And both old canon and new canon treat it with like a very good sense of loss and like memorialization. Oh geez, that's they do have a real deal fleet then. The uniform looking crisp. Like this Imperial Remnant does have real resources. They're not run down. Once again, an SE on the officer. Ah,
The tracking beacon has been installed
the same researcher onesies from Project Stardust from Rogue One. I love all these costume connections.
on the Razor Crest.
See, it was bait.
Will be ready.
He left that town standing as bait. Wow. Is this like a new Dark Trooper style project? That would be interesting. Carl Weathers directed this one. Interesting. Well, it was a pretty good episode. I do like the idea that there's something more, like we're going to actually know why they wanted the child. And it makes sense if it's like a Dark Trooper style project, like trying to create force sensitive soldiers. We'll see how far they got before the child got rescued. So they clearly still want him back. And if Mando's getting tracked, that means when he goes and meets Asuka. Okay, so next episode is directed by Dave Filoni, so almost certainly we will get to see Asuka in this episode, Ahsoka, but Mando's getting tracked. So will he be the reason the Empire discovers her? That would be harsh.